Here it's a morning, and it is about 4 in the morning, so it truly is morning. Dear it's a morning is good morning. Now, any person that's decent ought to be asleep right now, but if you're not, this is the time that the vampires are out full force. Twilight is a lie. They're not awake during the day, they're awake at night. So, if you're wandering around at 4 in the morning, don't let the bloodsuckers bite you, okay? Just do me that favor. Just don't let them bite you. So anyway, this is the first video, the non-commercial commercial things to come from the channel, Friend of St. Frank's, filmed at Parallel Dimensions, the Franciscan Sanctuary for Joy. So here it is. Now, I'll be honest, it took me about 3 weeks to set this stuff up because I can't figure out what I'm doing. I'm kind of an idiot. Very educated idiot, but idiot all the same. And so I finally did. Now, I'll also be honest, I did not want to do the videos yet. I've got the plan, you know, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. However, as I look out about at the world in general, at the U.S., that's what's going on, I can't stay quiet, and I have to do something. So, we're going to do some videos. Now, for you that are maybe, quote, Republican or independent thinkers or have been red-pilled, then the serious videos that I'm going to do for you, to quote the late, great Sir Terry Pratchett, you will know the truth, and the truth will make you fret. Now, if you haven't been red-pilled, if you're a blooming idiot, if you think emotional tantrums like a 3-year-old child and Democrats are going to win by bullying everyone, sorry, you got to take a drink, not Marco Rubio. I took it anyway. So for you that are that way, waiting for your big blue wave, waiting to be at power, more power, this is series of videos for you. Could be referred more to as a quote from 21 Jump Street. Hope is despair for those who will not face reality. Okay? Face reality. Try it. You might like it. Anyway, so what I'm going to do here from Parallel Dimensions, the Franciscan Sanctuary for Joy, is I am going to, in this non-commercial commercial, give you a little bit of preview. Now, I'm going to push these down my nose. You can't read like this. And if you happen to be autistic, or if you're a 2-year-old, and I do this, of course, when I do this, you're focusing on the book going up and down. Now, if you're older and happen to have an autism syndrome, of course, this is very disturbing to you because you focus on the mouth, not the whole face, so you're not getting any clue to what I'm talking about. Okay, again, forced to do this. Now, I got to tell you, you can tell that I'm in disarray here. You can probably tell I'm in a bed right now. I could just have an 8-month shelf life because I caught a disease from the Tecfidera, and now I got to get all these blood infusions. Lots of fun. Anyway, so that's also what took me a little bit of time. You know, when you have to play with this stuff, it's harder. So, let's dive right in. The first one is because you all have really irritated me. You said you irritated me to the point that I have to do these stupid videos, along with other things. So the first one is called Psychoterrorist, Professional Voyeurs, Me Too Movement, and the Political and Media Theater that actually increases emotional trauma, not decreases. Tell your story, tell your story, tell your story. My truth, my truth, my truth. Whatever, people. And the question is going to be for you is why not just eradicate the trauma? I mean, why do you go around screaming and yelling? By the way, when I do that, remember, I'll start with the fact that I was sexually abused by a swimming instructor at age 8 and go from there. So, I've got those credentials too, at any rate. In this one, it's probably going to do 2 parts because the first part, I'm just going to have to explain things to you and the framing and how by what you're doing, all of you guys, is that you're actually increasing the emotional trauma, and you're rewarding emotional trauma. And then in the second part, I'm going to tell you how to eradicate it, how to get rid of the emotional trauma forever. And I will help you with it if you need help. I will cure you for free. Then the question you're going to have to ask yourself is, do you want to, A, cling tight to that emotional trauma for fame and money as you tell your story over and over again, so all you are is a trauma? Or do you want to eradicate it from your life forever, make it disappear, and be free? In other words, you want to live a life of selfish misery in hell you know, or would you like to get a heaven you don't know? That's your question. I'll cure you for free. I got all the little dog tags. Okay, moving on. We got number 2. Horror in pictures and videos. Why details matter. This is the one that drives me crazy. I tell you what, I called the Hannity hotline and screamed into it. I called the Republican Party. I called the Democrats. I called the White House. I wrote all these letters to no avail because nobody wants to know the truth. So, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about, I don't remember the guy that quit with Trump. The ex-wife pictures went around, and everybody goes, oh my God, a black eye. Well, it wasn't a black eye. The only way that woman could have gotten that injury is by rubbing her eye while it was shut. And I'll explain that. I'll also explain to you how I know that Justice Scalia was murdered, not natural death, murdered, and how I know that Assad did not gas his people with sarin gas. It's called knowing about injuries. It's called knowing about causes of death, and I did that game for over 3 decades. Lots of looking at dead bodies, lots of looking at injuries, all about them. Number 3, mass shootings and school shootings. I'm talking a little bit about history, like my great-great-great uncle by the name of Bloody Bill Anderson, who one day got very upset. He was a Civil War vigilante. He's rode with Contral's Raiders for a time. Anyway, Bloody Bill got upset because he thought some people killed his dad. So that day, one day, he went out to the town where it occurred and had 7 Colt pistols and killed 240 people that day. It was a month later when they finally caught him and chopped his head off and hung it on a telephone pole so that they would know he's dead. So we're going to talk about history. We're also going to talk about how to eradicate school shootings. You're not going to do it through gun control. You're not going to do it through mental health. What you've got to realize is that the frontal cortex, the brain goes from back to front, and the frontal cortex, which contains most short-term memory, impulse control, morals, and executive decision-making, is not present till 26. So, if you don't have a brain when you're under the age of 25, no amount of counseling will work. No amount of gun control will work. I will tell you what will work when I get to that one. Now, after that, we shall do number 4, how to outfuck the fuckers. Now, that title ought to be pretty much self-explanatory. But everybody's pissing and moaning about this, that, and the other thing. Rah, 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 rah. But they don't do anything to change it. You can change it. All you got to do is listen to that video. And again, excuse my French, although this is France. My bedroom is French. You can see the fruitiers on the wall and all the French stuff a little bit. Anyway, so I'm going to teach you how to out-fuck the fuckers, okay? Let's get that one down. And another video we're going to do is called The Myths Fed to People for Women's Reproductive Rights. Now, that's straight out of Margaret Sanger's playbook to convince women of their reproductive rights so that they can be free prostitutes to men, and men can stick their dick in whoever they want with permission as many times as they want, whenever they want, with no consequences for their sexual behavior. You hear me, ladies? Reproductive rights means you're covering all male reproductive wrongs, aren't you? You're just covering for them. Patriarchy, patriarchy. Watch out. You're doing the patriarchy again. Now the next one I'm going to do is the myth of health insurance and health care. Health insurance is not health care. And by the way, as a general rule, and I'm a I can't walk very well. I'm a living example of it, that 1/3 of all diseases, injuries, and deaths are caused by our healthcare system. Yeah, 1/3. When it gets into worse disease like cancer, it jumps up to about 2/3 are caused by the healthcare system. So we listen to all the socialists, Medicare for all. By the way, you do pay a premium in addition to paying in it. Then everybody can happily trot down to their voodoo village with a broken leg and get a lobotomy for a free or low copay. Wow! Isn't that special? NSA, FBI, CIA, Deep State, spy on me. Please, please, please spy on me. You might learn something. Then last but not least on this list that I've got is don't take life so seriously. It is not permanent, okay? You are going to die. Oh my God, you're going to die. Don't take life so seriously. It's not permanent. You're here to fall in love with your one and only life. The gift, the miracle of life, regardless of what's happening to you. But anyway, I'm going to teach you how to set up alternative energy things without spending money for them. I'm going to teach you the downfalls of that stuff. I'm going to teach you how to eradicate pretty much any mental health thing. If it's post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, emotional traumas that people are hanging on to, we can eradicate those. We can also eradicate physical symptoms that come as a result of emotional trauma, like phantom limb pain, all of that kind of stuff. You got to get rid of it. You don't have to carry it around. Life is not a burden to be borne. It's a gift to be cherished. Now, if you enjoyed this presentation and would like to see more content from Friend of St. Frank at Parallel Dimensions, the Franciscan Sanctuary for Joy, please, in the comments section, would you leave me comments telling me about a random act of kindness you've done for a person or an animal? Random acts of kindness. Helping. Seeing people as a person. Not as a group. Not group thing. Seeing people. And by the way, what the Democrats and the never-Trumpers and everything hate most about Donald Trump is not that he's making America great again, or that he's fulfilling his promises, every single one. It's he's making America fun again. That's what they can't stand. Oh my God, fun. And of course, my channel is dedicated to making life joyful again. Falling in love with your one and only life, regardless of what's going on in the world around you. And I've got so many things that should just make me filled with tragedy. Oh my God, I've got MS, I've got lupus, I've John Cunningham's disease, I've had drug transfusion, I was sexually abused my whole life, I had guns in my face, I had knives to my throat, guns in my head, whores that, my house taken away from me, while I was in the hospital with a heart attack, the deed was for it, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't that sound boring? So anyway, here we're going to learn how to eradicate trauma, how to enjoy life, how to fall in love with your one and only life. Now leave me those comments. Random acts of kindness for an animal and person. Signing off from Friends of St. Frank. And remember, you may be the only image of the divine that some people will ever see. So act accordingly. Bye-bye.